At last, Ichiya is making progress in terms of developing his teamwork ideology. That was me thinking he would never get to that stage as a character, but lo and behold, he makes use of his team. Finally. So in episode 3 of Qualidea Code, we get the start to the next arc of the series. Some students are getting transferred to some place for some reason, and Ichiya as a character is rethinking his rather lonely and selfish ideology. We begin with this scientist woman talking about the whole transfer of, I think, the weaker students of the academy to another place, and all that felt kind of weakly scripted because it was so expository and dialogue heavy that it all came across as kind of flat. It might have been more interesting if we were just shown the characters about to be transferred, talking about being transferred, as there may have been more mystery to it that way. Show don't tell. Anyway, Ichiya skips out on doing a sea patrol to give a gift to his friend in hospital under the disguise of him doing it for the sake of the school and not for his friend. Wow, did Ichiya really think he could get away with such a bullshit disguise? Oh well, it's all part of his character, I suppose. Then there's a briefing of this new mission where the main gang had to take out this giant Leviathan-class unknown alien in the sea, which the Sea Patrol encountered earlier. And there's this rather pointless and tedious discussion within the group about why Ichiya wasn't leading the Sea Patrol in the first place, and it literally went nowhere. And just going on a tangent here, I have no idea how his cape actually stays on her as she doesn't put her arms through the sleeves. Anyway, then in typical Ichiya fashion, he goes off to find the Leviathan class unknown on his own. Canaria and the Sea Patrol chases after Ichiya and helps him out. And at first, as usual, Ichiya thinks he can fight the Leviathan all on his own, but clearly he cannot, so he resorts to getting help from the others. Finally, Ichiya is seeing the bigger picture and that he's not alone. Unfortunately, the Leviathan is actually a lot bigger as it finally surfaces above the water, and Canaria faints under sinking so hard. Holy shit. So yeah, this was a surprisingly flat episode. I was expecting a lot more in terms of relationship development, seeing as the previous episode gave us quite the number of gems in terms of the characters' dynamics, but in this episode we got lots of exposition and conversations that led nowhere, and we didn't even get any comedy. What the heck? It's a really steep tonal shift, which was weird for a serial anime. I mean, if it was a series like Detective Conan, it could probably get away with such harsh tonal shifts, but oh well, let's see where the story arc will go in terms of it developing the now disrupted relationship between Ichiya and Canaria.